The comfort of your favorite seat is now your comfy car selling command center, thanks to Carvana.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Your favorite seat's the best spot in the house. Make it even better by entering your license plate or VIN and getting a real offer in minutes.
There really is no place like home.
And speaking of home, Carvana will pick up your car from yours after you finalize your offer. Visit Carvana.com or download the app and sell your car from your comfy place.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.
Southern Florida is home to the largest subtropical wilderness in the United States of America. 7,800 square miles of near impenetrable swamps and dark forests. From sawgrass marshes to mangrove and coastal prairies, the Everglades host an extraordinary amount of biodiversity. The area has been occupied by humans for almost 15,000 years, and whose cultures have described something else walking upright through the forests and grasses. Published reports of a bipedal ape-like creature in the Florida swamps date back as early as 1947. In 1977, a Florida state representative attempted to pass a law protecting all anthropoid and humanoid animals from harm. Sometimes described as Bigfoot's southern cousin, these creatures are said to stand 7 to 8 feet tall, with ape-like features, and seem well adapted to traversing the tangled swamps of southern Florida, accompanied by a potent scent marking their presence. This case file joined the theorists as they blaze a trail through the Florida backwoods in search of the Skunk Ape.
Welcome to Alien Theorist Theorizing, Case File 110, Swamp Cabbage Man.
What?
I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan. And I'm Andrew.
Oh, we're all in.
We're obviously talking about Skunk Ape today,
Apparently
otherwise known
Swamp
as
Cabbage Man. Who calls him Swamp Cabbage Man?
I don't know. I had that highlighted because when I first looked into it last week on the Wikipedia, I couldn't find it anywhere else, but it's like also known as the Swamp Cabbage Man. And I was like, interesting.
I really
Nothing
want to know
else
where
to
that comes
substantiate
from.
that. But I love it. The Swamp Cabbage Man.
Swamp cabbage. All right.
What is Swamp Cabbage? Is Swamp Cabbage a thing? Oh my god!
I imagine that's what the stank is the
I
cabbage.
don't like swamp cabbage. Is that a thing? Like swamp cabbage?
Does it grow in the swamps of
That's a really
Florida?
good. That's a really good question. And I guess that's what
I also like. There's a couple others. I mean, they've got stink ape, swamp ape, swamp squatch.
Swamp squatch.
That's good.
That's the
Swamp,
that's the best one.
swamp squatch. Yeah,
That's the best.
And then those were. But I was like, Swamp Cabbage Man was my favorite person. I was like, so what's up with Swamp Cabbage Man? Who wants to take us down a journey of why we're talking about this elusive cryptid today?
Well, many people equate the skunk ape to the pretty much the southern, the either Floridian, confined to Florida, but not just Florida, but probably like the Gulf Coast area. And it's the southern version of Bigfoot. Now, the swamp ape or skunk ape, probably the earliest reported sightings that people have reported was in 1942, and one man claimed that one of the creatures had hitched a ride on one of his running boards for a little over half a mile. So I don't know how exactly that happens. That you have this what has been described as a 7 to 8 foot, bipedal primate riding on your running boards for like half a mile.
You got Bigfoot skitching on your sideboards, running boards of your car.
How that works.
Well, it's not as big. It's not like when you think Bigfoot, you think this 9 foot tall giant ape.
It's still pretty big.
From my understanding, it was small.
6-7 feet.
Smaller, it's still like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I got about 7
smaller.
feet. A little smaller, but still 500 pounds.
Wait, this thing's 500 pounds?
Dude, probably.
Dude, I have no
7
idea what I
feet
was thinking in
tall.
my head.
7 feet tall.
I was thinking in my head when I was like, the whole time I was like reading about it and the sightings and stuff. In my head, I pictured this like little Ewok looking thing. That's what I pictured
I think
running around.
we really
Did you
need
not
to
watch any of the videos? Like the videos.
Yeah, what did you watch in preparation for this case file?
Well, I saw the Dave Sheely skunk ape, but I was like, yeah, okay, skinny Ewok,
Skinny, tall
I was like,
Ewok.
but that's what I meant. And then because I read that thing about the floorboard, the running boards in the truck, and in my head I just pictured a little Ewok fucking hanging on.
No, 100% wrong.
You are incorrect,
If it
Brayden.
does exist.
I think
If it does exist, that's you're wrong.
I think everybody on this podcast tosses around the word small way too much. Okay, everybody's assuming, oh, he's small, so he's, you know what I mean? The guy's 7 foot tall. I'm fucking 5'8". I'm not a midget. All right,
Yeah.
I want
You
that
weigh
fucking
400
known.
pounds.
I can deadlift that much, but
It's
Get deadlift a swamp squatch then.
Good.
Okay.
Skunk. What do we call it? Skunk cabbage?
cabbage skunk,
Cabbage
Cabbage
skunk
Yeah.
monster.
Skunk cabbage man.
cabbage patch kid skunk monster.
So anyways, after 1942, you had another report of two hunters in 1957 said that one of these creatures had actually invaded their camp near the in the Big Cypress National Preserve. And you even in 20 years later in 1977, you actually had a state representative from Florida, from Fort Myers, Paul Nuckols, and he tried to pass a House bill that would make it a misdemeanor, so I guess not a felony, to take, possess, harm, or molest anthropoid or humanoid animals.
Molest.
I
Well,
mean,
it's-
like,
Yes,
it's-
it's all lumped together.
it doesn't.
we're talking about Florida man here, okay?
I bet you if I search Florida man molest, skunk ape will be in the top searches.
If anybody with the last name Knuckles tells me to fucking do something, I'm gonna do it.
So, I mean, he believed in it enough to make it an actual, law, to put it into law. The guy actually ran with it twice. So he tried to put it through. It actually got, I think it got to the floor for voting, and then it got voted down, and he tried to introduce it again, and it didn't even make it to voting the second time because nobody really took it seriously at that point. The big thing, though, is when the skunk ape hit news in 1997, when there was a full passenger tour bus that was traveling through that same preserve, the Big Cypress National Preserve, and they said there was about 30 or 40 people that all said that they spotted this animal, this upright, bipedal, dark-haired creature moving through the woods. So it's not like it's a Sasquatch, so
It's a southeastern Sasquatch.
right.
Florida
So
Sask.
the I guess you could say the difference is that some people have said who kind of study the creatures or who have experience sighting the creatures multiple times. If you ask them to compare the two, you'd see they'd probably say something more like this Sasquatch is definitely smellier than its northeastern.
He's got a reputation. It's got a reputation.
But I think the hair is normally described to be longer and darker than the than the northeastern. And usually where you have the northeastern ones probably being like, I think a lot of people say more reddish, brownish fur, like if you're thinking the Patterson Gimlin film. And these ones that live in the swamps are more likely to be like around like a dark grayish to blackish color.
Right. So they could be the same species branched off a long time ago and one's just evolved a little different. That's one of the theories.
I think that's one of the prevailing theories, is that there are these different species of perhaps same genus but different species. So, I mean, these things are mainly said to inhabit, the Everglades, which is a lot like the northeastern woods or northwestern woods, like all of that kind of unbroken forest where you could possibly have perhaps a small, primate population. The Everglades are like 2.2 million acres of just
swamp,
yeah,
which is
of like hard area,
swamp, like
hard, like,
and it's like more of a conducive environment for an ape to survive, wouldn't it be?
I'd say it's got to be pretty similar.
Something bipedal living out there. Like if it were, I don't know, if it had someplace perhaps in the middle where it could be left alone, they could probably live. But dude, those swamps are just chock full of just snakes and alligators and snapping turtles.
Yeah, but think about it. If you're 500 pounds and you're living in the swamp, you're the king of the swamp. It's like you versus the alligator. That's pretty much it.
Oh, buddy, have you seen those anacondas that they pulled
now
out
there's
after
like
Katrina?
pythons in there. Exactly.
Everglades have like what, 12-foot gators common now, and like a giant species of python that have escaped and bred, and now there's like 20-foot snakes roaming around those fucking things too.
Fucking hell on earth.
And Andrew's nightmare.
Yeah, no thanks.
So there's definitely, there's definitely a lot of stuff going against like having a swamp ape that lives in this kind of habitat. I would think like who the fuck wants to live in this habitat? If this is your natural habitat, you're probably just really a tough motherfucker.
Just evolved hardened.
What it comes back to one of those things where it's like this area is not an easily accessible area for humans to get around, right? Like there's so much dense swamp. Same thing with the Pacific Northwest. There's so much just thick brush. Like I walk out into the untouched forest there, it's like I'm struggling to get in 50 feet into the woods. Like it's so thick.
Yeah, once you're in a little bit, you like lose your way too. If like didn't take a direction, everything looks the same.
And it's to me, I'm like every day I have a harder and harder time. Like these sightings and stuff. Like earlier in September, they just found the world's largest amphibian, the giant salamander.
That's right.
How big was this thing? And I'm like, this is anytime they're finding the world's largest, and I'm like, we didn't know about this. It's the biggest one. What do you mean we didn't know about it, right? So I'm like, if these things are even the slightest bit have their wits about them to know that they don't fuck with us and don't go near us, like it's bad news. Maybe they have a small population, right? Maybe they're, if they're under 20, people always go, oh, well, how come we never find the bones? I'm like, you don't find bones of humans in the fucking swamps.
No, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the big arguments is that there's no actual fossil record for apes living in North America, really. Besides humans, you don't find any there's no fossil record. You'd find something, you'd find a dead body, you'd find something for these things. But lots of people have said that they've seen these things. Now, whether you want to say it's an actual biological entity or you want to go along the lines of it's some sort of, mythological creature, some sort of, I don't know how you want to say, ephemeral, spiritual creature.
Just say Dan is an alien. He's an alien.
Or an alien, right?
Time traveling.
Interdimensional being is what Sasquatch is. That's what some people say because the footprints go for a bit and then they just disappear. Can't explain it.
Right. So the indigenous people to these areas, like the Seminoles and and some of the other indigenous tribes that live in this area, they do have stories of what sounds like it can be described as a Sasquatch or a skunk ape, a long-haired being that was like the seen as the guardian of the environment, the forest and the earth.
Yeah, they called him the tall man or something, right? It was supposed to be the protector of the Everglades.
Kapkaki, I think it is. I don't know how it's pronounced. But the tall man, and he's basically the protector of the woods, and he keeps away people who would damage the forest. That's kind of his purvey.
Did he have like 6 other kids that helped him out that he gave each a element ring? Together, they were the Captain Planet.
Captain Cabbage.
Yeah, Captain Cabbage.
When we talk about like fossils and stuff, though, in those type of areas, I think the body would decompose so fast that I don't think you'd really find, unless there was like a time when there was like a mudslide and you got buried in the mud and preserved. Like, you don't really find bones like that after so long. That's pretty much what fossils are, right?
Yeah, so like that area, I don't even know how you would find fossils in that area in the first place. For me, I've never been out in an archaeological dig in the Everglades, because I've never really heard of one, because I don't know how you would go about digging in virtually impenetrable swamp area and swampland. It's not like it's hard dirt. It's not like it's rock or something like that. It's all just mud and grass, and everything out there wants to kill you.
It's like just a small version of Australia, just put into one tiny patch of land.
Just stinkier
Australia.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that's one of the hallmarks of these animals, is that they're the people who do believe that these things are out there, say that they've seen these things moving through the swamp. They're so well adapted to their environment that they can move through the swamp like it's nothing to them. People have said that they can move at somewhere like 22 miles per hour. And Braden was talking about the Dave Shealy video. So that video from 2000, do we want to pull it up, or?
Yeah, let's pull it up. I was going to say, I got it right here. Let's this is like the Patterson Gimlin film of the skunk ape.
Of the skunk ape.
It kind of looks very similar, actually. This one walks a little bit different. Okay, let's see if this will work here. Skunk ape. All right. There's gonna be no sound in this video, but that's the skunk ape. Get out of there.
Now, Dave Shealy is the one who shot this video, and he said that he's had multiple encounters with this, from like when he was young to to even recent times. And he actually runs what they call like the official skunk ape headquarters down there, and he runs tours through the swamp and things like that. They sell what they
he runs it off his property, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's got foot castings and things like that of this creature. And
let's watch this part of the video. Here is the one and I'll explain why I hate it. Coming up right here. If you look at as it calms down here and he catches it coming back, it's gonna pick up into a run.
Yeah, we didn't do a good job describing it, but it's like a long range shot of what an upright walking, hair covered being slowly trotting through.
Just wait till it comes out. Wait till it comes out.
Yeah.
Now it's in the field. Now it's onto the field.
Yeah,
here it is. He's
here
striding.
Here it looks ridiculous. It looks like it's skipping.
He's
Dude,
striding,
he's fucking,
man. He's skipping.
No, it's like skip diddy loo da, skip diddy day. Wait for
look at him go.
Here he goes.
Look at him go.
Oh, he turns. Oh, I think he's been seen. Oh,
Wait till he starts booking it.
Yeah. When he starts booking it here at the end, drives me fucking nuts.
and you know, want to know his biggest counter argument to why this isn't fake? Because what he claims is that distance and in that terrain, like super marshy, a human couldn't be able to move this fast.
Look at those strides.
Look at the arms.
To me, it looks like someone being like, "I've seen the Patterson Gimlin film and I'm trying to mimic it."
Let him go.
Here he goes.
Just run.
Oh.
He tripped a little on the marsh.
This is actually a fun. There's no way that's a man in a suit.
This is the best.
That's a man in a suit. That's a man in a suit.
It doesn't even look close.
I love it's like he goes like this.
He's like high stepping through the swamp. Like it's
garbage.
It's a shame nobody ever witnesses these things with a fucking iPhone so we can get a half decent video. Instead, it's all on these old cameras or like fucking Motorola Razors or something.
Well, that one was
blurry and
that's
crap.
20 years old, so they're coming.
Well, he just said he had a recent fucking sighting, and where is it? Let's see it on some high def, man.
It's like, okay, let's break that video down here. First off, my first issue with it is that Dave claims he has that famous photography photograph from 97. So right then, like, he did the rounds on social media and whatnot. So right then I'm like, oh, and then he has this footage from 2000. Now he has this fucking store and this research center that people fucking go. He's like, this is his gimmick. This is what he likes. This is how he makes a living for himself. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't see anything the first time. What I'm saying is everything subsequent to that 1997 footage, I don't believe at all. None of it. I think it's all trash and it's garbage. That video is horrendous. The first part, it looks like a man in a suit.
It doesn't even look
like a skinny
close.
guy
It doesn't even
wearing
look
a brown
close.
suit, walking. And then when it gets in the woods, it looks like someone's like, fucking do the walk. And he's like, how again? Left and right? How do I do it? And he's like, fuck it, just run. He's like, okay. And he just starts jogging, trips a little, keeps going. I'm like, it looks so fucking bad. It looks so bad.
But yeah, that one's so obviously not an animal.
Is it? I mean, yeah, it's obviously not.
It's obviously not an. It's
on the video, the first comment on the bottom of the video is, well, they cut out the most important part at the most important part at the end where he walks up and takes a bow. It's honestly like it's so bad, and I always worry in those kind of things that someone's seen something like this guy. I've seen interviews with him and stuff that he's seen something he can't explain.
He seems like he's convinced that he's seen something 100%.
Yeah, but my problem is I think he's seen something, and no one believes him.
That was his
right?
attempt,
He thinks no one believes him. Like inside, he goes, "No one fucking believes me." So in order to be like, "No, you're fucking wrong. I know what I saw," instead of just being like, "That's it. I saw this, right? And that's it. That's that." He's been like, I've got to fucking make these videos. I've got to come out with more footage. I've got to have this research center where I sell fucking Bigfoot merch and Skunk Ape merch. It's like, it's horseshit.
He used the fucking video to validate his bullshit story to sell his little fucking foot casts and all his little keychains and everything.
Hey, I don't doubt that the foot cast, maybe he did see something. I don't doubt that Skunk Ape could exist because I'm about 75% sold on Bigfoot, so Skunk Ape's not that far off for me.
Well, if you can't have one with the other. I'm saying if you believe in Bigfoot, you got to believe in Skunk Ape, because I'm like, it's the same scenario, just in a different environment. It's like a very rough environment for humans, and people have these sightings, and there's better sightings, and there's photos of these things that I've seen, and I've tried to like look at different angles, because sometimes you get those photos where if you know, it's like, you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's like a dog's head. And you're like, oh, okay. But this, I can't, like, do you have that, the picture from like December 2000, Zelda, you can throw up?
Oh, is that the one that it kind of looks like an ape 100%. But now whether that's a skunk ape or some type of escaped ape.
Yeah, but there's no reports of an escaped ape, ape in Florida.
Yeah, but there's people that have exotic pets everywhere that they're not allowed to have, right? Especially think about Katrina. Think about all the animals that got fucking loose after that.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Right? But still, a fucking I
think a large gorilla or orangutan, escaped orangutan, probably would have been accounted for if they were like, they can't just say like, oh yeah, we didn't have what orangutan. Like,
but
people reopen the zoo and just be like, oh yeah. I don't even know.
So this is the one exotic pets, man. Right?
So this is the one.
Wouldn't be allowed to have.
Dan, do you remember her name? A girl thought there was a large intruder on her back porch for like 3 nights in a row, and eventually she went out there one night.
Right, with the photo. Are you showing that one?
Yeah. So this is the one that's off her back.
The creepiest looking.
This
photo.
is a creep. This one was it's nuts. So this is
This is
actually
the one.
So
This is the
that's
one
the-
that was eating her apples.
yeah, it's taking
Yeah.
taking apples off her porch.
So leave that up. What's the story? What's the story of this?
So-
Leave this on.
That photo was sent to it was sent to like the sheriff's office in in Sarasota County, and it was sent under an sent anonymously. A lady who wrote it in and said that this thing has been coming to my porch like three times. What did they write? It's let's see. Read something like this. Here it is. Okay. Enclosed, please find some pictures I took. My husband thinks this is an orangutan. Is someone missing an orangutan? It is in a crouching position in the middle of standing up from where it was sitting. It froze as soon as the flash went off. I heard the orangutan walk off into the bushes. I judged it as being about 6.5 to 7 feet tall. As soon as I realized how close it was, I got back in the house. It had an awful smell that lasted well after it had left my yard. The orangutan was making deep whoomp noises. For 2 nights prior, it had been taking apples that my daughter had brought down up north, or from up north, off our back porch. It only came back one night after that and took some apples that my husband left out in order to get a better look at it. We got a dog back there now, and as far as I can tell, it hasn't been back. I don't want any fuss or people with guns traipsing around behind our house. At the very least, this animal belongs in a place like Busch Gardens. Why haven't people been told that an animal this size is loose? Please look after the situation. I don't want my backyard to turn into someone else's circus.
So she said 6 to 7 feet tall.
Right. That's what she judged. Anyways.
So either she has a bad eye, because orangutans, let's look it up, like for a male, like a big male would be 5 feet.
Right, but she's referring to it as an orangutan because she doesn't know what it is, right?
Right.
That's the closest thing is what she could judge it to be, or that's the closest thing that she can really see what it is. At least one cryptozoologist, Lauren Coleman, had says that she had the photograph analyzed and that this creature had some structural similarities to an orangutan, but again, like we said, it's if it's an upright bipedal ape, then it wouldn't. A lot of the stuff wouldn't fall into place to look like that.
Why is this lady so confident that it could be an orangutan? Like, any normal human being sees a 7-foot fucking animal in their backyard that could rip their head off, would be shitting their pants, being like, I need people here now with all their guns and get this fucking thing away from me.
You know why? It's because people, their brain wants to rationalize it, right? So you're going, what is that? Is it like, how to be a fucking orangutan? How to be a fucking ape or something?
Even if it was that not terrifying? Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, fuck that.
If, say, quick theory tangent. So way back, like the last ice age, before, like when the ice age, right around then, all like those giant mammals who roamed North America went extinct. So you had like giant sloths that were like, what were they, like fucking 2,000-pound sloths, and those 3,000-pound short-nosed bear, and like a giant rat that was like 300 pounds, and like all these giant mammals, huge, man, like way bigger than anything we know now. A saber-toothed tiger was like 1,000 pounds, so like 4 times a mountain lion.
Right.
Wow.
So,
but we also have fossils
of gigantic. What's it?
But they
what's
also
it, Gigantopithecus or whatever?
They didn't have giant. I don't think that was actually in North America. But I'm just damn, before you shut my theory down. before you crush it into oblivion. What if there was some type of, because there is a fossil record, I can't remember what they are right now, but like smaller mammals, like smaller like monkey or ape-like creatures in North America a long time ago. I think the fossil record says they died out like 200,000 years ago. But say they didn't, and as they migrated, well, first, if you go the farther north you go, like the colder it gets, the bigger the animals get. Like the biggest animals are in the north. Sans Africa and elephants, pretty much. But like elk and moose and all that shit, the farther you go north, the everything gets bigger. So what if one of these things evolved in North America? Because that's where they say there's no fossil record, right? There's no apes at that size in North America that we know of. But what if we haven't found it yet? It migrated up. It got big in the northwest and slowly spread out over because you have sightings of Bigfoot or Sasquatch pretty much nationwide, right? They're everywhere. So what if this is just like they have little pockets of these creatures, and in every different spot they're just evolved a little bit different. Man, I got so baked before this podcast. That's where that went. Just got blitzed, and now I'm back in the fucking Pleistocene era with short-nosed bears and the swamp ape. But at the same time, here it is. One more. I'm almost done. Here he goes. No one's even said anything yet. Look at that fucking shiny pearly white, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Good.
Yeah, tooth is back, baby. I feel great. I don't have a lisp, as far as I can tell. Anyways,
good.
End of the last ice age, all the sea levels rose big time. So maybe their habitats, which were kind of on, because the whole Florida, like that whole peninsula, was actually like, it goes out quite a ways, but only about 200 or 300 feet of sea level, and then drops off into the depths. So that all would have been their area at one point before sea levels rose. And maybe that's where all the fossils are, Dan. All right, now you can smash it down.
Okay, so even if they did migrate something, you would have had them dying somewhere along the way. Now, if these creatures were,
we need a Dan Smash shirt.
Dan Smash.
I'm just saying that if they were if they're family structured tribal creatures like we were, right? So I mean, a lot of Native American, if you take the Native American legends to be true, or to be like actual, based on actual accounts of what they saw, and that these creatures kind of mirror us in a way, and that they have families, and that they have their own offspring and things like this, and they take care of them much like, modern day primates do. Like, you would find bodies somewhere. You'd find
unless they bury their dead.
Even if they bury their dead, we still find it, because that's just how, like, we found the Denisovans. You find the Denisovans, and we only found like a knuckle bone from Denisovans. So I'm saying if you can find a knuckle bone and identify a whole new human species, hominid species, then I would say that you'd actually be able to find something.
Maybe it's being covered up. Maybe it's being
sure,
they find fossils.
That's one of the arguments.
Maybe they're locked in the Maybe they're locked in the Smithsonian with the giant skeletons and the rest.
That is one of the arguments for, I think, at least the Gulf Coast Bigfoot Research Organization, GCBRO. I think a couple of guys out of I watched a documentary with a couple of these guys, and they said that's one of the theories, is that it could be covered up. Like, this is being covered up, and there are some stories out there that I've heard that, after people have cited these creatures, they've been approached by people who claim to be government officials or with the military, and that they're telling them that you didn't see anything, or you shouldn't tell anybody about this. And the reasoning behind this is, people claim, is that perhaps it would put the logging industry, export business, the logging industry, it would put it into jeopardy. So you wouldn't be able to log in these areas. You wouldn't be able to clear out the forests in this area, because you have, an endangered species, inhabiting the area. So you wouldn't be able to, continue business. So I mean,
I believe that 100%, because they do that now with like fucking birds, like birds' nests and stuff. It's like, if you say it, you have to stop. You can't continue on in the area. And it's like, if you've ever been into a forest area, and I know we're going to have some people that are like, I fucking work at the forestry industry. I've never done anything like that. Great. You've never done anything like that. But if you think that in this world and all the people loggers, that no loggers ever done this, it's beyond reason. Gone in an area and looked at a block cut that's all cut out,
smashed it,
and gone, there was not a single fucking nest or something in here of some bird or anything. This was all clear. I was like, have you ever seen those fucking things work? There's no fucking way they test. They just fucking grab the tree, turn it sideways, fucking wham, shoot it out, drop it down, done. Like, it's crazy how fast
those guys get paid by the log, man. They're not taking time to looking for an endangered species of squirrel or Bigfoot. There's no chance. They're fucking.
Well, and that's the thing. So if it's not like boom there, and you're like, they're not going to report it, right? It's they're just keep going.
Well, we can put up the other video that we have, which is a more recent video that, Andrew was complaining that there's nobody with iPhones shooting video out there. Well, somebody did shoot, or claim to shoot a video with their iPhone of this creature, which
Better
is
be fucking good.
So
is pretty good.
Is this the one you're talking about? The one in the woods where the
Yeah.
creature's facing away, looks like he's tearing bark off the tree.
That one.
So disclaimer: this video is not as clear as a video I've seen on a documentary before. So I don't know if the YouTube conversion makes it grainier than it is, because the one I seen, there's a couple other ones I seen. It was like one was done by like National Geographic, and they interviewed the same guy. It was way clearer. This one is not as clear, but we'll put it up here and we'll see what happens. All right, here we.
I think I may have got my mic fixed. I don't know.
It's still
maybe we're
crackling, but
set.
No, it's still crackling.
I'll fix it after. Not a big deal. Okay, let's see here. So this guy's in the woods. Let's give it a little volume. I think he's talking here a little bit. So there it is. You can kind of see it. That's it. That's it right there. Kind of like, so there's a creature. It looks like it's sitting against a tree, and it's like pulling bark off this tree. Here's where I pulled the record
of Andrew's face, just like smashed up against the monitor there.
So this guy, he's filming from a distance. I don't know how far do you think that is? Like maybe 30 feet or something?
That's closer than I'd be.
Yeah, it's not very
100%.
far.
Fuck
It's the
that.
closest one you've seen. And he's just sitting there at the tree. This thing is sitting there tearing bark. I don't know, maybe he's like eating termites or ants out of a nest or something maybe.
Could be.
Kind of what it looks like. I mean, this guy this is one of the better videos I've seen, 100%. But you can't see the outline of the person or the thing good enough to really get a good I don't know.
I can't even fucking see anything. I see a black blob.
Right here. You see this?
Yeah, it's not.
That's it. Look at him. Stood
Oh,
up.
there you go.
Oh shit, stood up. You hear him ripping off the shit. Like he's tearing off the bark, which is probably not easy to do with your bare hands. Unless it's a really dead tree, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much the whole video. This does that for a while.
Wait till it turns around. And then
You
he
see that?
fucking looks
There's something moving on his shoulder. Do you see that?
Oh, it's like it's a leaf. I got it.
No, man. It looks like there's like a baby on its shoulder or on its back.
Still there, still sitting. Oh, stands up. Oh shit, runs away. Oh shit.
God,
Wait,
get out.
everyone. Let's just rewind this a little clip here. This is when he stands up is suspect. There he is.
Try and pause it when he stands up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get it. Boom, that's him standing up. He looks a lot more man-like when he stands up.
Look at on his
Yes.
on the left shoulder though. It looks like there's something on his back. Like
I don't know. I think it's
looks like there's a baby holding onto his neck.
a baby. Can I zoom in any
Yeah.
farther?
Yeah, I kind of see what Andrew's saying too. If you look at it right there, it looks like it's got two heads.
And this guy fucking books it like I would for sure.
I fucking would have took 2 steps in there and saw that thing and would have fucking booked it.
Anyways, at least that's a better video. It's a better video because you can hear him like tearing shit, and he's way closer. And I have seen a better version of that video that I couldn't find on whatever channel I found on YouTube. So I think the conversion is poor because 2013 that would have been an iPhone what 3 or 4 or something. I don't know. iPhone 4?
Yeah.
5?
So it looks good, and like it is genuinely a little bit creepy. It looks like it could be humanoid, but I could also see it also kind of being a bear. Like you kind of want to see the head, but if like the bear's like head is like pushed forward and it's like into the tree, maybe I could see it also being a bear.
That's a question I was going to ask. Do they have black bear in the Everglades?
Pretty sure it's black bears.
That-
Everglades.
That seems like a weird
Black
environment
bears
to have
live
black
everywhere,
bears.
That one, I'm not saying that one really looks like a black bear, but I know I would say probably 95% of Bigfoot sightings are black bears on their hind legs from a distance. Or even grizzly bears. This bears in general. Doesn't, whatever, but that one does look, when that one stands up.
Palmetto bear, the black bear in the Everglades.
How big is it? Does it say how big it is in that summary?
I could find out.
When Andrew's on it. Now, was there anything else? What other pictures or anything?
They can weigh up to like 600 pounds, those things.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Are you telling me it didn't look anything? This is what I want it to look like more than anything. Right here, this guy. That's all. See that fucking alligator? He's fucking strangling an alligator, which is probably like an 8-foot alligator. He's got it with one hand, crushing it like fucking King Kong.
That's King Cabbage.
Jesus.
Crushing gators.
That's what I want. That's what I want it to look like. He looks fucking savage.
I don't think it fucking eats alligators though.
Dude, maybe it does.
Nothing eats alligator except pythons, but like nothing eats alligators. Like,
dude, have you ever seen Planet? Well, it wasn't an alligator; it was a caiman, but still, that jaguar jumps up
that's
and
the craziest thing I've ever
bites
seen.
this motherfucker and drags it out of the water after like a half an hour struggle. It's crazy.
So badass.
Jaguar?
Yeah.
I would play that, bro. I'll probably get sued. I want to play that one.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort, meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort, meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.
Well, I'm still like, I like that second video better than Dave Shealy's. Dan Shealy, what's his name again? I forget his name.
Dave Shealy.
Dave Shealy.
Like, because Dave, you know what I mean? You could have at least rented a different suit. You know what I mean? It's like he borrowed it right from fucking Bob Gimlin.
No, Bob Gimlin one is better. That's a way better suit.
Yeah, the Bob Gimlin one, you shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth when I'm talking to you.
That suit has muscle tone. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but they say that the skunk ape is fucking leaner.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is like, I didn't see it. That looks like a fucking skinny guy in a fucking suit.
Or maybe the skunk ape is just a tall, skinny Sasquatch. Doesn't have enough nutrition to really, can't put on that bulk.
Like,
Not
I'm
a lot
looking
of
at the
protein.
picture. I'm looking at the picture, like the 2000 picture.
The orangutan.
Yeah, of what is, the lady said it was an orangutan, and that one. And like the hair on that one is a lot longer than what we saw. And both, even if the Dave Shealy one is, judged to be, if it could be judged to be authentic, if that's really a skunk ape, then this one has like a lot longer hair. The hair's a lot longer. And I'm more on the fence about the photos being fake. Like maybe the last video might be real. Like it could possibly be real.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm like, okay, if you're making a fake video and you're like, we're gonna post this fucking fake video, that video you're gonna like, okay, so you're gonna fucking tear bark and stuff. Then I'm gonna stop the video for a split second because I'm gonna say I got scared and I made the mistake of hitting the record button. Then I'm gonna record again. Right? And then you're going to do some shit again, stand up, and I'm going to run away. But our timing's got to be on together because if when I'm doing the fake re-record, you don't time it enough and stand up too soon, I won't have my camera back on you long enough.
Right. How about, this is almost as good, this video here. I'll show you here. Here we go.
Who's to say that's their first take, though, right, Braden?
I bet that thing smells terrible.
That guy's a fucking grease pot right there.
Yeah,
That's a skunk cabbage man right there.
Oh, man.
That's Florida man.
Yeah, that is Florida man right there.
I'm saying,
That was
if
great.
one of these things had the kind of long, shaggy hair, like this is one of those pictures, that thing would smell fucking terrible. Trump is like traipsing through the swamp with long, shaggy hair.
Just
Gross.
full
Yeah.
of slime.
Super
Yeah.
gross.
Full of slime. Nasty ass
It's
slime.
just
Which makes
there'd be
sense.
gross stuff growing in there. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is that the photo I would more judge to be more fake than the videos, because the videos, when you watch those creatures or whatever, seem to have short hair, which you would find like a bear or an ape. It's not long, shaggy hair, except like orangutans, but.
Right.
If you were moving through the swamps, you wouldn't want to have long. I would think that you wouldn't want to have long, shaggy hair. It just wouldn't be. It would be caught on brambles and thorns and sticks and stuff. Like it would just pick up everything gross.
And you'd also be depositing fucking hair everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, why isn't there more fucking hair
everywhere?
Well, maybe some of them have different hairs. Maybe some have long, maybe some have short, just like humans. Some people, maybe they trim it. You don't know.
With what?
Fuck, man, these things, if they can outsmart humans and not get found, maybe they're smarter than we give them credit. That's all I'm saying.
To make scissors?
Maybe they use sharp rocks and they give it like a little sawing technique. I don't know. Headed man for a shave with a fucking sharp rock, I'm sure.
Yeah, like really sharp though. Like I don't. Are you telling me like the swamp apes are out there like giving each other like crossfades? They're just like, yeah.
Well, you know how apes they groom each other. Apes and monkeys they groom. Maybe they've evolved to the point where now they're grooming just a little better.
Next business venture, opening up swamp ape barbershop and.
All right, that's Fake Zell's theory number 2 of the day. Here's another sighting of skunk ape in the jungle.
Skunk ape haircuts. Skunk ape supercuts.
Here we get zoom footage. There it is. It's right there. It's walking. Right here in the screen. It looks like something's moving in the swamp. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. It's ducked down, so unless it stands up, I'm like,
there it is. Oh shit! Oh, it's a skunk ape for sure. Look at that thing.
Ooh, it's getting in the water.
It's in the water, man.
It's moving around,
dude.
Oh boy.
Know what man's walking around in this? Because how many poisonous snakes are in there? How many 10, 12 foot gators are in there? What's this guy? If that's a guy in a suit, like he's mad.
Snapping turtles and shit. Like, I don't know how people walk through swamps. I watch nature documentaries and people they just step in the swamp and I'm like,
You're going to step right into a snapping turtle one time and lose 4 toes.
Yeah, have you seen those fucking snapping turtles? Those things look like goddamn demons.
Yeah.
Meth is pretty popular in Florida, man. These guys are getting stoned and going in the fucking swamps.
I mean, that's also a possibility too. It's just a bunch of methed out tweakers like hanging out in the swamps and you're just like, okay, yeah, sure.
All covered in mud.
They don't care what they smell like. I mean,
they don't give a fuck.
No, they definitely do not.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, but that one's super creepy too. Like
that one is creepy.
Something.
Yeah,
it's definitely. I thought it was a bear at first. It looked like I was like, oh, they could definitely be a bear. Then it got down into the water, and then you're like, oh,
yeah, it was walking. That one walked a little. It seemed like it was walking a little different.
Is there in that Dave Healy video? Is there audio to it, Sheely?
I think there is.
Is there?
Is there actually audio to it? Like, can you hear him breathing, or is the audio cut from the clip?
Let's see. I closed it, but I'll find it again. Skunk ape.
Just because I'm very curious, because I'm like, if it's not cut from the clip, if the audio's cut from the clip, it's because he was yelling they were like talking to each other. That's 100% why.
Okay, here it is. Okay, here's the video again. I think actually,
just you can and go to the part where he starts picking up his skiptity doodah.
Skiptity doodahs.
Maybe that's just the most efficient way to move through.
To walk
through the swamps is to skip these. Yeah.
No, I don't have sound on that one. Know. There's no sound on that one at all.
Okay, pull it back up. I'm gonna do a reenactment of what I imagine the conversation's happening.
Want to go again?
Yeah, Andrew, you want to be cameraman? I'll be the guy in the suit.
Here it is. Dave Keeley's video from July 8th, 2000.
Skip it forward, though. Skip it forward to right before he's going to do the run. We don't need to do the whole thing. Right here. Right here. Yeah, right there.
All right.
Come on over here. Is this good?
All right, Bill, I need you to wave your arms like that, all right?
Wave you want me to do the walk?
Yeah. Put your elbows out there.
I don't. Yep. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1.
Kind of like you got ski poles.
Fuck it. Oh, I'm just. You know what? Fuck it. I've had enough of this shit.
Run.
I'm just gonna run. I've had enough of this shit. Fuck. Fuck. Fucking. What? Fuck. Ooh.
Come on, faster. Sell it.
Whoa. What a workout this is. Do I look like an ape still?
Selling.
Definitely not getting the deposit back on this suit.
Like he fucking trips. He trips halfway.
He trips in the
and then he makes fists and he just straight up running like a guy.
Because he was driving downtown Florida, hired a crackhead, threw him in the suit, and was like, "All right, man, I need you to fucking run across the marsh."
Hey, buddy, you want to make $20? I need you to put this on. Come into the swamp with me. Hey, mister, so I just walk from here to there and I get the money, right? Oh, fuck. That'd be great. We should start, someone put it up there. We should start making fake cryptid videos.
Aren't all cryptid videos
And then we
fake?
start picking apart our own fake cryptid videos.
Oh, man. That one's like, that video is so bad. And for him to be the forefront kills this one for me, because he's like the leading expert, I would say, on skunk apes, and that's his video.
You're the leading. It's crazy when people say that. Like, I'm the leading expert or the headquarters of skunk ape research, and I'm just like, but it's not a real animal. So it can really, anybody can be the leading expert on skunk apes.
Yeah, it's
researchers. It's, oh man, it's hard to say that people aren't seeing something, whether it's bears or maybe it's an upright weird hominid. But again, I'm always like, it's just some dude in a ghillie suit, or like Andrew's theory, it's a bunch of like methed out tweakers out there. Like, that's what I see sometimes.
Methed out tweakers is a stretch, but I agree with the rest.
Those videos, like those 2 videos that we showed at the end, like those ones are genuinely creepy. And it's just like, if there are swamp people living out there, which is that could very well be the case, that you just have people out there that are just hermits, or
Isn't there
isolated
a show called Swamp
pockets of people. Huh?
Isn't there a Discovery show,
There's a show
called Swamp
yeah,
People?
there's a show called Swamp People, but it's
And
about
those-
like a family that they hunt gators and stuff.
And they go fucking trekking through swamp too, just like that.
Yeah. But if they're doing it in like gorilla suits or like those kinds of weird things, it's like that seemed really difficult.
All right, boys, here's the original. There it is. Old Gimby.
E&G.
There it is.
Patterson Gimlin.
That's the original one. Before it's been remastered.
Doesn't
Buddy,
get any better.
that head turn.
The head turn, man. That's the fucking. That's it.
That's the icing on the cake for me, man.
The
head turn.
Unfortunately, didn't the guy who was in the suit, didn't he publicly come out and said he was in the suit? Didn't that? I've definitely heard that before. So,
Listen, Braden looked.
I looked Bob Gimlin in the eyes.
He looked Bob Gimlin in the eyes. That's all we need to confirm that is true. But look how that one moves. Look how that one moves. Even if it is a suit, it's a pretty damn good suit.
it's a way better suit. Or maybe it's just a way worse video.
Because Dave Shealy one, you can almost it looks like you can see the fabric like pulling away from the skin. As the thing is like, it's got like, I don't know, maybe it's got a flying squirrel, skin flaps, but the guy's like just like, you can see it there. But the Patterson Gimlin one, it looks like, it's got like muscle tone to it. It moves all as one. There's not like flaps hanging off and all that shit. It's just,
it's there's I always go back to, I think it's people see these things, especially Dave Shealy. I think he saw something, he's told people, and it's now turned into this, like, he's worried that people don't believe him, so he's perpetuated this, be like, I can't be wrong. Look at all this stuff, right?
How else is he gonna sell his merchandise?
Yeah, and that's as soon as people start making money off it and shit, I'm like,
Well, think about it though. I don't think when you make money off it doesn't mean you're all of a sudden frauded yourself. I mean, if you are legit doing research and you're producing results, you have to sustain yourself. That's the way it goes.
Yes. Well, the other problem is this for me is like, when you see something this rare and now you're seeing this thing all the time and claiming to have all this footage, and you're putting footage out like that fucking horse shit. I'm like, to be honest, like, you look at that video and you go like, he did this in a rush. Like, he wasn't really thinking about it a lot.
Low
like,
production
he
value.
wasn't Yeah, he wasn't thinking a lot of it in like 2019 times. He was like, "Oh, this looks good. Sure, like I got my handy cam out here." And
Well,
it's
I think
god
he
awful.
learned. I think he learned from all Bob over there because remember Bob, his buddy came out and admitted to being in the suit. So that's what this guy did. He went down the streets of Florida, found himself a nice crackhead. Was like, all right, man, doesn't have any family. Great, I'm gonna take this guy out to the fucking swamp, throw him this suit. He's gonna go for a stroll, and then I'm gonna leave him in the swamp.
Yeah,
Case closed.
he's like, do the stroll, and he's fucking it up, and he pulls out a rifle, and that's when the guy starts running.
Exactly.
He's like, oh shit, tripping in the swamp.
Tying up
But,
loose ends.
That video is so fucking garbage. It's so garbage, and
Is it though?
it is. Fucking Dan smash everything except the worst
Except
video I've ever seen of a
ridiculous
cryptid.
video. He won't. He's like, yeah, it's real. That one's real.
The ape is doing this weird
He does
double
like a-
arm thing,
That's
and
how
then goes
you
into
walk.
a
That's how you
and
walk
then goes
through the
into a
swamp.
man sprint
That's how
with
you
its
walk through
fist
the swamp.
clenched.
It's the most efficient way to move bipedally through the swamp.
He went from arm swing, like pendulum swing, to sprinter's arm 90-degree run sprint.
And he's still it was too slow for me though. I feel like something that big and powerful would fucking fly, man.
I know, but in
Yeah.
his
He
explanation,
said it was moving at 22 miles per hour
he
through
says
swamp.
22, but in that
Swamp
video,
land.
it's not going
It looked
22.
like 22 miles.
22 would be fast, man.
That's
How fast can a
well,
human run?
he said it could. It's not 22 miles
not
per hour. I'm pretty
22
sure
hours
it's
is like
18?
speed.
I know I'm
Usain
pretty
Bolt
fast.
or some shit.
How fast can a
But
man
running
run?
through
yeah, check it out.
swampland, like, come on.
Yeah, we don't know. They could have laid down some fucking plywood. You know what I mean?
Couple
To make it
million
look
He
years
quicker.
tripped.
of
He
couple million
tripped.
years of evolution in the swamps. Like, yeah, you can move pretty quick through those things.
If you had 4 legs, maybe. 2 legs put you at a disadvantage in the swamp.
Or giant feet. I wonder if they have webbed feet.
They don't because he has a cast and it wasn't webbed. I actually.
No, they have like 4 toes though.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
seen
4
those
long.
casts are-
I'm gonna find a cast right now for sure. Skunk ape cast.
So I've seen some of the casts that he's holding up, and they've got only 4 toes, that's really fucking weird because it's like if it's a primate, and it's definitely fucking weird because primates all have like the 5 toes with.
Again,
Please.
that's because he didn't think this through when he was making these things.
The cast?
All right, here's the cast.
Yeah.
Those
Corners
are
in
the
there.
casts.
Possibly
Those are
the
the
cast
casts.
could maybe be like maybe they're alligator feet. I mean, they're casts of alligator prints.
Check,
Like,
check those
maybe.
babies out. Those are the casts. That's a skunk ape right there. 4 toes.
Right. See, but those could be alligators.
No wonder he tripped.
Those don't. No, those are not alligators. No way. There's no.
Alligators have web
alligators.
toes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like you wouldn't see the webbing. You would just see like the bones, like the toes, like pushing into the mud and stuff. Somebody pull up an alligator foot.
Dude, I'm fucking on alligator foot right now.
Pull that out. Pull that up.
Pull that fucking
Pull
alligator
alligator.
foot up.
Alligator foot.
All-
Cast of alligator foot.
When you type in alligator foot cast, you get some weird pictures, and I'm not going to put up here. It's a lot of well, not really that weird. Just a lot of alligator. Well, this one's missing his tail, so that's weird, I guess. Foot, alligator foot, alligator foot.
Somebody needs to teach Zell how to Google.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing wrong. Alligator foot. Here we go. Oh shit! You would not be. This is unbelievable. This is crazy.
But throw it up there.
Takes me a second. There it goes. It's the same foot.
Oh,
It's the
wow.
same one.
Nailed it.
Oh yeah,
That's
Dan.
the exact same
nailed
thing.
it.
Look, it's the
Yeah,
same
Dan
one.
knows.
Oh shit, Dan
Oh.
fucking knows. That's an
Oh,
alligator.
Dan
print,
knows.
4
Why do we
toes.
Why do we even do this case file? It's alligator.
It's got 4 toes. It's the same print.
That's hilarious.
It's the same print. Look at
You
that
saw
thing.
it here. Dan called it.
That's probably an alligator foot. It's like, no way. They got webbed feet. Nope. Exactly the same.
Yeah,
what
exact
it
same
looked like.
print. Garbage.
Okay, well,
See,
he got
see, that's
the
too bad.
wrong print. He got the wrong print. All right, he fucked up.
They'd have to be pretty big though. Then again, there's that's gonna be a big alligator.
Man, you get 12.
If it's-
I bet you get 12, maybe even 15-foot alligators.
They do. They
Jesus.
get some really fucking.
Dinosaurs.
Didn't something happen? Maybe this was fake news, but didn't they find like Nile crocodiles
Kind of-
in the Everglades or something? Like someone released some
Well, you
Niles?
kind of have, kind of have 2 now. You have like the American alligator, but you also have like the American crocodile now, which I believe
It's like
is,
a-
people
like
might
a
have
Nile
left
kinda?
loose, since they both fill the same environmental niche. They can both live in that area. So it's like So you do have alligators and crocodiles living together.
These things are
along with
fucking
giant fucking
dinosaurs.
snakes.
I just Googled the fucking American crocodile. The biggest one caught was in the Alabama River on August 16th, 2014, weighed 1,011 pounds,
Yeah, they're fucking
Holy
huge.
was
shit.
15 feet 9 inches long. Huge.
I'd be more worried about that than a skunk.
No
Like, fuck
kidding.
these giant fucking
That is
alligators.
no wonder I bet you that print is from that fucking dude. That print's like 20 inches long.
All right, so pull up the. Can you pull up the cast, the Dave Shealy cast again? Can you pull those
It's
ones
going
up?
to take him 45 minutes to get it up. Again.
No, not this time, boys. So quick this
He's
time.
gotta
already
So
hang-
quick.
he's already
Oh,
gotta
got it
shit.
hang
up. He-
crank
he
his
doesn't have to
Google.
Google for it again.
There it is. Boom, boom. There it is. Okay.
Even though the toes aren't spread apart, like it's like, you could have an alligator with if it just puts down its foot like one of those ones.
Sheely sucks. This guy sucks.
Could be a lizard man. What if it's a lizard man?
I
Maybe it's
don't.
a
I
lizard
don't
man
completely.
print.
I still think. I still think skunk apes are out there. I still think they're out there.
I think he's seen something, and he wants so bad to be the guy who catches it.
Because
But it's-
that's exactly what happened. That he's seen it. He's convinced he's seen it, and he found this print he's like, this is way too big for a gator print. This must be skunk ape. But sure enough, there's a
Until they found
16-foot
the
gator out there.
15-foot American crocodile.
Yeah,
Fuck.
which is also very worrisome. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
a hell of a lot more worrying than the fucking
That is
skunk ape.
terrifying. Almost 16 feet long. This motherfucker.
Fuck that, man.
He would gulp you up in a second.
That's
Rip you in
Jurassic
half.
Park.
They're terrible.
That is Jurassic
Some
Park,
Lake
man.
Placid shit.
That is. Oh,
Fuck that.
We missed a golden opportunity for the second Dan debunked this for us just to break into Maester Daniel.
I gotta prime my vocal cords next time we do that.
Daniel, the learner of knowledge, the keeper of secrets, protector of truth. Maester Daniel.
Nice.
Nailed it.
it's always up now. It's always
Got it.
on the queue.
Yeah, it's on the
always-
queue.
It's on the
always on
queue.
the board.
Anyone else got anything on Skunk Babes?
I still believe.
Skunk,
Even
I
though
got
the video
some
sucked.
Cabbage Man.
I got something.
What?
I
Let's
need to
hear
get
it.
it off my chest.
What?
So today I was doing some serious investigating on the skunk ape, and I was kind of dozing a bit. And before I was dozing, I was reading an article that mentioned bipedal about 1,400 times, because they like to do that.
The bipedals. Yeah.
And I fucking fall asleep, and then I wake up and I'm on this like sandy beach. My feet are in the sand, and I'm like drinking a beer, and it looks like tropical island. And a Sasquatch goes walking by me, and he's wearing like a Rastafarian hat, and he just like turns over and looks at me, and he's like, "I got 2 peds, man," and just keeps walking by, and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" I had to figure out where that was from, and it was from that. Do you remember that old Halls Breezers commercial? Where he's like, "I got 2 jobs, man."
Yeah.
It's fucking most random
I got
fucking dream
2
I've ever had.
I got 2 peds.
I got 2 peds, man.
Oh, that's
don't know.
terrible.
I'm glad. That's the most random thing
Rastafarian
that's ever happened to me.
Sasquatch advertising Hall's Breezers.
Let's get into some space news. You guys remember back when we talked about that 2mm hole in the International Space?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I was
Station?
reading about
That's
that.
what-
I was reading about that.
100% drilled.
Yep.
100%
Yep.
drilled. While Russia knows the cause, but they're not telling. They're not telling no one.
Fuckers.
They aren't fucking telling nobody, man.
They said they're not telling. They're keeping it a secret. They don't want to let one item set the relationship back.
Well, they shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Well, I'm like,
who fucking
what do you
drilled that
mean?
bitch?
I was like, what do you mean? That's crazy. You don't want to set it back. That's crazy. So to me, that speaks that like maybe it was tampered with, and and maybe their protocols of hiring and stuff is a little shady, and they're like, let's not worry about this one. Let's chalk this up to Mulligan. We're just not going to say what happened.
No,
we know what
So their
happened.
hiring practices, like hiring astronauts.
No, the hiring practice because they're not sure if it happened there, if it happened
In space.
before it went up.
Yeah.
Right. So it's Who knows? Who knows where it happened? But they know, and they're not telling no one.
This is hiring astronauts like you're good. You pass the physicals, flying colors, and you who are steepling your fingers menacingly. Yeah, you're going up there. Definitely you. You guy. You guy. Twirling your little mustache. You might have to cut that mustache, but you're good.
Igor, you're going.
Yep.
I got NASA to develop mission to search for near-Earth asteroids. So basically, they're going to have a space-based telescope, and its primary job is going to be searching for near-Earth asteroids. I don't know if those are ones going to get a hit or just ones near Earth that are floating around. So it's going to be a discovery mission, and it's not going to be ready anytime soon. It's still in the planning phases, but they have a $150 million budget, and they're looking for a launch sometime in 2021. So sooner than you think, but we'll see what happens closer to. If it's anything like the James Webb, it's going to get pushed back into oblivion. And then the only other cool thing I had is Google and NASA let it slip that humans may have achieved quantum supremacy. Basically, NASA said, our experiment marks a milestone towards a full-scale quantum computing, quantum supremacy. In reaching this milestone, we show that quantum speedup is achievable in a real-world system and is not precluded by any hidden physical laws. Basically, Google has been giving these quantum computers problems that would take classical computers 10,000 years to complete, and rumor is they've just successfully had one of their quantum computers complete one of these tasks in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's
odd thing is NASA and Google quickly backtracked and deleted all the posts about it.
But there's one of them.
Yeah.
Google and NASA let it slip that humans have achieved quantum supremacy.
That sounds like a fucking crossover James Bond and Jason Bourne fucking film.
Yeah.
Quantum supremacy.
Interesting stuff. So we could be on the verge of like the computers like you could never even believe, which is, I already find them unbelievable, so I don't even know where you go.
I can't even believe my phone, what stuff it can do.
Dude, I played the Oculus
the Rift
Quest or whatever for the first time this morning.
Yep.
I was like,
blown away.
I was like, it was so fucking weird. I was like, oh my God. I was like, in a couple more years, this is going to be crazy.
Dude, I love VR. I just can't play it for more than like an hour and a half.
Oh, it makes me sick a little.
It gave me a nosebleed last time I did it.
You're not supposed to hit yourself in the face, Andrew, when you're swinging.
Maybe that's what happened. I don't know why I got a nosebleed, but I definitely did.
Fucking smashing your face.
The like power went off, and I was like, "Put me back! Put me back in! Put me back in!" That's all I had for space news.
Yeah,
today.
I just wanted to talk about the rocket tampering, which is fucking crazy. They know, but they're not going to say anything. That's so nuts.
I had a little piece of space news.
Dan's got space news.
This one's kind of strange. There is a magnetic field on Mars mysteriously pulses at night. NASA's InSight lander finds. This is an article from Gizmodo, and they said that the Mars InSight lander has detected these strange, like ionized, occasionally magnetic pulses. It's an ionized portion of the planet's atmosphere, and occasionally the magnetic field pulses at night. And now these wouldn't be very strange, except for the fact that they only happen at midnight or near midnight. And scientists don't have an explanation as for the pulses yet, but they're trying to get more measurements to understand the differences between the magnetic field of Earth and the magnetic field of Mars. So it's pretty cool. And then they also said that they're finding more evidence for water on Mars, and they're saying that there might be a large like underwater, of course, underground ocean.
Oh, dude, I guarantee the amount of underground water on Mars is way beyond we could imagine. Guarantee it. Check back 5 years.
Yep.
Because
Mars is wet. It's ready.
So it's only been in the last handful of years that it's ready for human penetration. It's coming. We're about to ruin that planet too. Keep them going. Line them up, knock them down.
Randomatron broken this week. We'll have it back fixed next week.
It's
some
been
errors
it's been
on the fritz.
on the fritz.
Down for maintenance.
So you got a theorite of the week?
Oh shit! No, I don't. I was about to say the future song of the week. So
Okay, well, we got some.
Who else we got? We must have a theorite of the week. Someone sent us some cool shit.
Oh yeah. Okay. How about hold
Guy
on,
sent us
I
some
have his-
artwork. Who was that? I totally forgot. I fucked it up, boys.
I have it. Hold on. I have his name written here. Just give me 2 seconds. My computer is not quite on Google's quantum level yet.
Yeah.
What kind of artwork did he send in?
Oh, he sent in the Mars attacks photo and some of the other stuff we've been
You
doing.
did like the circle logo too. Who was that dude?
Isn't I think it's Chris, but I don't want to say that for sure yet. As soon
There's
as
a whole note. Got to post that shit.
oh god, my computer is so slow. It's loading. It's coming. It's coming. Just the worst.
The worst. Okay, let's go with how about this? While you're doing that, I'll read some Patreon supporters while we're figuring that out. Okay, we'll go with delete. First pledge: Lucy Hellebore, Mandy Shope, Mandy Shope, I think. Andre Inocencio. I remember butchering that one before as well. He went up. Joe Romero, Joseph Meza, Matt Lanning, Jacob Ludwig, Shane Morrison, Matthew Cap, Steve Spencer, and I will read a couple more, but I think we already read them. Eric and Kyanti Coots. That takes us back about 20 days. So thank you very much for supporting the show, keeping it ad free, and legit keeping the lights on in the studio because I threw out my carpentry tools, so audio only.
Spent all that money on that new tooth.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This tooth is the best investment I've ever made in my life. It's awesome. Even though I hated the dentist for charging me like $1 million.
I got him. So this week's theorite of the week, Chris Kemmerly. He sent in a whole bunch of cool artwork. Some of it's featured on our TeePublic page, and if you guys want to check out his TeePublic page, it's called geeky_ghost_graphics. GEEKEE ghost_graphics on TeePublic. He's got wicked designs. Go check him out. He's our theorite of the week.
Ooh, yeah.
Got a couple reviews here.
People saying nice things.
People saying nice
or not
things.
nice things. Depends on the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been pretty good.
It's been steady
as of
for a while.
lately.
It's been steady for a while.
Yeah. Oh God. You know what? I don't even know if my computer's gonna open. Oh, here we go. Nope. Computer doesn't like me. It's not doing it. They're all blank.
All right. I don't have them up either. We'll have to.
We'll do them next week.
Okay. Now I'll do. I'm doing it every week, or trying to. Most weeks. Feature song of the week. If you have a band. I mean, I'm a rock metal guy, but I'll accept any good music, any genre. It doesn't matter if it's yours, original tunes. Send it in to alientheorist@gmail.com and make in the subject just say like music submission, or I'll lose it. It's happened before. If you send it in before, resend it because I lost it. It's gone.
And he doesn't mean like he's gonna physically lose it. He just fucking goes into a rage.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking lose it. No. That's it. This week's band is called the Flintlock Rifles. They're from the UK. And I'm going to play their song Last Charge of the Riot Van Brigade. It's a cool little rock tune. I'll play at the end here, and that's all I got. Oh, wait.
Right.
We have to there is going to be a possible pod week.
Oh yes.
Possible pod week. Braden and Dan and Andrew all live in the studio for the very first time. In 4 years. This show's been going for 4 years, and we've never all recorded in the same room, not even once.
Yeah.
Been doing this for 4 years.
4 years ago,
Yeah.
I released the first one sometime
Holy
around
shit.
now. I'm not sure exact time.
And should we might be looking at we're looking at the possibilities of potentially maybe doing a show in Kelowna.
A live show in Kelowna. I think we can do it. It's going to be more an ATT party than a live show, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll have mics. We'll be doing stuff live, but it's just going to be an ATT party.
Yeah.
I love how I find out everything with the listeners. This is good.
Yeah.
To share their excitement. Fuck.
Do you have the Patreon code yet, or are you still waiting for that as well?
No, I gave it to him. I sent it to him.
I couldn't figure it out. I don't know.
I said it to him because he'd quit his bitching. All right. Well, as we say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
Rifles, here we go.
Truncheon to the left and truncheon to the right and truncheon to your head. Back through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell. But down the guns he said, but whatever fractured truth touched the helmet lock, ears of the riot. Police they thought that the crowd were hiding guns soon to be fired. But no one's soul was on. Last shot over, last shot through right. Till he dropped down dead in the rain. For the grieving family and the royal court of justice, their long for equity came with a final judgment for the riot van brigade. Last of all, last chose the riot van brigade. Last of all, last chose the riot van.
That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable. That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable.